Welcome to Virtual Coffee with Dawn Rickabaugh, the Note Queen, where we talk about owner financing and notes. Financial solutions, one mom and pop to another.
But anyway, so then it just comes down to right now, since what's the next right thing? I'm taking emails from renters and mortgage payers and conversing with my investors. And then for me, I'm getting into more of seller financing, and maybe there's going to be more people that are ready and more motivated, and they need a solution that we can provide in our own communities. Like you guys know, I'm only a small operator. So what I'm doing is because I just love to have these conversations and to share thoughts and to inspire others to do in their communities what I'm going to do in mine. So to me, at a time when why I have become more community-centric, and I did this a little bit on Tuesday's call, it's because here's the thing. If my note buyers and my renters are in my local market, if they can't, we're all connected, right? You guys know, if you've seen this, when we first moved to Carson City, we rented his house, then they carried paper for us. They did owner financing for us. So I was paying him. And then he says, I have this employee and can you help him get a house? So I helped him get a house. Me and my investor, we bought a house for cash, sold it on owner carry to him. And so everyone's interested in everyone doing well. So if he pays me, I can pay him. And if David David pays Pancho can pay me. And if Pancho pays me, I can pay David. So you understand how you really want people. I shop at his store whenever I can because I want him to do well so he can continue to pay him. And if I have extra work at any of my properties, I hire him because I want him to do well. There's this wholeness that we can learn to see. And if there's anything that goes wrong, if he can't pay me in cash, what can he pay me? There's a whole economy that's possible that cash doesn't have to be the main thing necessarily. If you look into time banking, that's a whole different model of how communities can exchange value. What can you do for me? I know he can do a lot of work for me. I know that this guy, he knows all about plants. He can help me. I'm having trouble, in my greenhouse because we're growing a lot of our own food finally, and that feels really fun. It's good timing too, right? What I don't know is what a note queen does for somebody else. Like, really, if poop hits the fan, what is my financial calculator really going to be good for? So I go, well, I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I know what they can do for me, and I know what he can do for me. I don't know what really all of my financial wizardry will do for anybody else. I see it as a very transitionary skill. I think the economy that we're eventually going into, I think maybe it won't be nearly as useful, but I've developed a system or a way of thinking that can be, and I still have my nursing, I'm very interested in the healing arts still. So I'm always thinking of I can always use my brain and who I've become. Your most important asset is here and here. And so you can always bring that present to whatever is needed. And we need to be very flexible. We need to have our sea legs on because I have a feeling that we're going to keep going like this. So if somebody can't pay me their rent, what are they growing in their backyard? Like, I know you have a peach tree or cherry tree, or I know you're growing this. How about you can always, you don't have to get stuck. If it's in your community, you don't have to get stuck just on cash.
You've been listening to Virtual Coffee with Dawn Rickabaugh. For more, please visit notequeen.com.
Basically, let's get down to the basics. What is a note? It's a promise to pay, and I owe you. I owe you this money, and I'm going to pay it back over these terms. Now, in real estate,
And ideally, if you're making a loan, you have a security instrument. That means if you don't keep your promise, you're going to lose the asset. It's secured by an asset that can be retrieved and sold to get the lender out of their